It's not that you can't use they for one person. You use they for one person all the time. Someone left their wallet here. I hope they come back to get it, right? It's that you can't look at me and see my humanity yet. AKA bigotry.
You have got to be kidding me. If your humanity depends on other people's affirmation, it says a lot about your mental state. Normally, we use the pronoun they if we don't know the sex of the person, if it's impossible to know because we didn't see the person at all. However, we do know the sex of non-binary people. It's not that hard to see. The reason that most people don't want to use the pronoun they to describe only one person is because it's ridiculous and unnatural.
You don't believe us. You can't look at us and see the they in the eyes.
You're right on that. I have a question. Maybe this is off topic, but what does a they look like?
So I want to give you a little practice so you can get over it. Look at me. Do you see that I am a they, them? Deep down to the core of who I am. Are you ready to respect us?
No, I see you as a he, which you are. He demands obedience, and when people don't want to play his made-up game, he exhibits extreme intolerance. His postulate that gender and sex is a spectrum and fluid is unsubstantiated, and apparently we're obligated to believe his lies, or else we'll be subjected to his hatred. But it doesn't matter how much the QIA+ community wants to normalize they-thems. It will never be natural for people to use they-them for only one person. Respect isn't something you achieve by demanding. Respect is something you earn. So when you don't respect the majority who wouldn't feel comfortable using they-them, you don't get it your way. And you definitely don't get it by lying, obligating, and manipulating. Mutual respect is key.
Here is Madison Cawthorn's definition of a woman. X chromosomes, no tallywhacker. And this gives me a chance to talk about biological essentialism.
Okay, you seem really excited to talk about that, but calm down. I had to look up the term because unlike the community, I talk like a normal person, so I'm not familiar with this term. Bioessentialism, the philosophy that biology plays a larger role in determining human psychology or development than social, economic, or environmental factors. So if we're talking about sex and gender, I am, of course, a bioessentialist. Because, of course, biology plays the biggest role. It's undeniable.
First of all, it's not true. People have all kinds of chromosomes and all kinds of bodies. Women who've had hysterectomies, people born with certain conditions, but that's almost immaterial.
I get that some bodies are different, but it still doesn't mean that there are more than two biological sexes. People with chromosomal abnormalities are still either male or female. They're not a third sex. And I have a question. You don't think that women who get hysterectomies are real women? If anything, they're a proof that there are only two sexes. If they took a DNA test, it will still come back as female, even after getting the hysterectomy. Speaking of that, I actually took a DNA test to see what my ethnicity is, and the company wrote me an email, and it said, so the account's name is Marcus, but this is a woman's DNA. Is this really your DNA? I mean, imagine if I was delusional thinking I was 100% a biological male. I would be heartbroken. But luckily, I do live in reality, I know the truth, and it doesn't bother me. Biological sex is determined by gametes, the mature reproductive cells, meaning the potential of producing either eggs or sperm. And there are only two types of gametes, so no matter how many different bodies that exist, there are only two biological sexes.
Number two, it is a system of oppression. Gender is a hierarchy and a system of oppression. And the easier it is to define gender, the easier it is to keep the oppression going. It's dangerous.
That statement is so insane. It makes me speechless. Waging war on biology and facts is pure madness and will only ruin the LGBT acceptance. Look, he's a man defining what a woman is and getting away with it because he's trying to identify his way out of being a man. I'm sorry, my friend, but that's not how it works. I've been going through some tough times these past few weeks, and I'm trying to remove stress out of my life, so that's why I haven't been active here. But I'm really grateful for all of you, and I really appreciate your patience and love and support. It means a lot to me. Today's video has been a little shorter, but I hope you don't mind. I'll be back in a week or so with a brand new video, so stay tuned. Thank you all for watching. Remember to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.